Awesome. Hey everyone, thanks for joining us today at this final session at Imagine 2023. Today we'll be covering our generative AI quick start solutions. And before we actually go in there, just a safe harbor, whatever we cover will be a little bit might be forward leaning, might have some things out there, but make any purchasing decisions after knowing the product that is out there today. So what we've done with generative AI is that we've built out some ready-made quick start solutions for all of you to begin your journey with generative AI. And we'll be starting that really quick right now. Just to introduce myself, I'm Akshay. I'm a solutions engineering lead here at Automation Anywhere. And I'm excited to show you what we have in store for you. Just to recap our automation success platform. Now, this is the platform we saw yesterday that Adi introduced. It is your new system of work. It combines the power of automation, generative AI, across every team, process, and even system. And it helps you drive the growth of your business with increased savings and innovation, and helps you get ahead of the competition. So that's the platform, and this is the same platform we have used to build out these solutions for you and bring them to market with all these guides and dev kits that we'll be talking about. Let's take a look at these solutions. It's 3 distinct solutions that help you in different ways depending on which industry you are in. The first one is an employee co-pilot solution. Now, as an employee, don't you feel that there's a lot of mundane, repetitive tasks you do that might be able to be done by a bot probably, and you just need a good way to trigger that bot off? That's exactly what we can do. Now, with the power of Copilot, we can embed our Copilot in Teams or any other application that you're using, like Salesforce or ServiceNow, and are easily able to do your tasks like put a vacation request in, or ask for an approval for something, request a new monitor, a new chair, anything. We can build bots that can be easily triggered through the employee Copilot. The next one is for a customer service scenario in an L1 service triage, and we will see this live in a few minutes. Essentially, what we're doing here is our customer service centers receive a lot of tickets on a daily basis. And it becomes a real task for everybody to be able to triage those tickets, categorize them, and see what to do. That's where this will come in. We will use generative AI embedded directly into ServiceNow today to be able to go in and triage these tickets and check what the issue is all about, and even provide some recommendations to our customer service agent to make their job easier and make them more efficient at what they are doing. The last one we will see is a document processing use case with loan application processing. Now, if you take a mortgage document, there are 500 pages that you need to process through to be able to first understand what each page is all about and then extract the data out of it. With generative AI, that has become really easy for us, and we have also released a quick start solution for this. So these are the 3 main areas that we'll be looking at and how we can use the power of generative AI to be able to get more out of our system. So what have we done for you? We've given you, for each of these solutions, we are giving you 3 things. First one is our expertise with simple templates. You'll get a bot template. You'll get some templates on how you can embed this into different applications. Think ServiceNow, Salesforce, Microsoft Teams. And you'll get a step-by-step deployment guide as well, as to what exactly you need to do to go step by step. And lastly, you always have our Pathfinder community to take you and give you any help that you need. We have thousands of members in the community. So these are the 3 things. And now let's dig deeper into our employee productivity solution, or the employee Copilot. So I was just talking about this. As an employee, we have so much to do between going into our HR system, maybe Workday or Oracle HCM, going into Teams, going into Okta on a daily basis, and having to apply for leave or apply for a requisition approval. And that takes up a lot of our day. What if we could use the power of automation and generative AI to make that much easier for us? And this is how our new view will look. You'd have your employee working within Teams today just easily start up their Copilot, in natural language, send a request to their LLM of choice, and that LLM will determine what needs to be done. It'll come back and say, hey, I have a couple of bots for what you're looking for. Why don't you go in, and why should I go in and run those bots for you? It'll go in, run those bots in the background while I can go back and do something else. I can respond to somebody on Teams who's asked for some more vital information, or I can go in and actually do some real productive work while my leave application is put in place. So let's take a look at this live. So that is how we could see from chaos of a million different systems. I could just be in Teams and get done with whatever I needed. So that is our employee Copilot. A few things, right? These are a few of the other industries and use cases we have seen being successful with employee Copilot, and with 100% improvement in processing time, 70% productivity gain, and 100% employee engagement. One of the big things that we want to do is get our expense reports automated very soon using this. Moving forward, let's take a look at customer service. Now, we spoke about the L1 triage issue, and anytime an L1 triage issue comes up on our service desk, it's a lengthy process. Every user out there has millions of tickets to take care of, and they're never able to get to our tickets in time, and we have the customers calling us. And that's primarily because they need to go into ServiceNow, they need to go into SAP, they need to go into other systems to figure out what's going on, to be even able to figure out what's in the ticket. And now, with Automation Copilot embedded right within ServiceNow, it can come in, An employee can go in and say, hey, I have 5 tickets or 10 tickets assigned to me, maybe even in different languages. It will come in, understand what those tickets are all about, give the employee a quick description of, hey, this is what's going on with each of your tickets, and then come back in here and tell them what do you want to do with each of them. Do you want to escalate the case further? Do you want to send an email to the user because this is maybe an easy thing to fix and you don't need to pay much attention to it? Do you want to go in and put in a product enhancement request to this? It gives them those options right there within ServiceNow in their system of work to be able to do it more easily. Let's take a look at how this will also work. So that's what we just saw, our ServiceNow Copilot helping Joe to solve 5 tickets that would generally take his entire day, do it within minutes. And that's how we want to go ahead and use more of these Copilot solutions in other industries like financial services, healthcare, logistics, et cetera, especially in our customer service, providing 100% data accuracy and all the benefits from Employee Copilot. The last solution we have is around complex document processing. And we hinted upon this a little bit in the beginning, where if I see something like a mortgage application or a loan application that is 500 to 600 pages, to be able to actually index each page, understand if this is a bank statement or is this one of those application forms or is this a pay stub, coming in and understanding each of those and then extracting the data from them can be a long and lengthy process. At an average, it takes just 3 to 7 business days to understand what's in these documents before even making a decision on the mortgage application to provide it or not provide it. Now, with Generative AI and the Automation Success Platform, these documents can easily first be indexed and classified using Generative AI. And based on the classification, we can send part of the documents directly to document automation and the second part to Generative AI to be able to extract data from unstructured documents like contracts and leases. And document automation can take care of our bank statements and structured forms that are there as part of the application. Document automation and Generative AI do their job. It comes back, and it even provides you recommendations and gets you some verification done that, hey, the name was not the same on the bank statement and the proof of address. So there might be something wrong, something you want to investigate further, and that's exactly what this does with the power of Generative AI. Let's take a look at this as well. So with document processing and complex documents like contracts, leases, we open up many more use cases out there, going from bank statements and bill of lading documents to contracts, leases, even structured documents that we can get as a part of our loan application form. All of this with a high accuracy, quick speed, and getting our customers happier and more satisfied. So over the last couple of days, we've seen a lot of things around Generative AI. We know that it's a game changer in the industry for us. where we can go in, be ahead of our competition using generative AI. So my one call to action to everybody is, let's go ahead and start disrupting and make generative AI real in all our businesses today. Happy to take any questions. This is all we had for the Quick Start Solutions. You can go ahead. Yeah.
I'm Ganesh, I'm founder of Generative Technology. We already used this Copilot for one of our clients in India. And initially, when we tried 6 months back without Copilot, it took almost 6 months. And when we implemented the Copilot, it just took 2 weeks time. And we implemented for 30,000 users.
Wow,
The loan
that's good.
process, whatever it is.
So,
It's real. It's already working. Okay? Thank you.
awesome, thank you. Any other questions?
I'm giving you the
Oh,
mic.
thanks, Linda.
Copilot, it works in Teams, and does it work in custom applications?
We can embed it into custom web applications, yes.
Okay.
We can embed into any web-based application, custom applications, whatever you have out there.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Any other questions?
Yeah, I don't know if I missed it. So these quick start packages, where would we get them? Are they in the bot store or what?
So they will be on the community page for you to download, and you can, they'll be there as zip files with everything I mentioned, from the step-by-step guide to the bot shell that you'll need to just go in and customize a little bit. So they should be on the community page along towards the end of the day today or tomorrow in the next week or so.
Thank you.
Thank you. There's a question.
In the first example you gave, the prompt that the employee is giving to the bot, and it goes in it and it looks at your repository and picks out which ones it might want to do. Is that based on like the description that you're writing of the bot? Like how can you make sure that it's pulling accurate bots for the employee to run?
So yeah, that's based on the description. So one of the things is in the control room, as you put a bot together, you put a description of the bot together. So yeah, it does read the description and then understand, does this bot meet the requirements of what's being asked?
Did you mention all the developer kits that
Yes,
folks that
that's
can get?
the step-by-step guides we have out there. Yeah, that'll be part on the community portal as well.
This is the right way to think about this. This is the right way to think about that. You need to have you already have a library of bots available, and then to make it more effective, using those bots, you use this Copilots.
Correct. So the first one, specifically the employee copilot we saw integrated into Teams.
Right.
Yeah, it is, the point is if you have a library of bots, in most of our clients, what we see is that they have 200 bots out there, but they don't know what each of those bots does because it increases with size, which is where you can use this to understand what each bot does and use a library of bots. You have that library of bots ready to go and get queried out upon.
So, and then which part is that this Gen AI is put into use? Like, do you need to train the Gen AI, like how many bots you have, what they do? Is that the part of a training?
So, and just in the case of the employee copilot, there is none of these solutions have any training as part of it. We are using the foundational models from Google, AWS, Microsoft, and you can just ask questions of the foundational model. So essentially we are saying, hey, we have this library of 200 bots with these descriptions. This is something they want to do with one of this, so can you match it up and make sense of it? So there's essentially no training happening out there. You just have the library of bots.
But you do need to feed your library of bots and description into the model.
Correct into your LLM, yes.
But then does people, I guess, Does that information feed back into this foundational?
That information does not fit
It
back.
does not.
It's
It's
now
proprietary.
it's proprietary information. It does not fit back, go back into the foundational
Okay, so
models.
there's a wall there. Okay.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, the training happens outside. This is just asking the foundational models questions based on some additional context.
Okay, and then the training itself, the feeding the bots and the description is fairly easy process.
Yes, that's part of your, as anybody is developing a bot, there's an option there for a description of the bot in the control room itself.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
No worries.
Which co-pilot do you think are the most in need right now in your industry? Let's do a voting. Let's do a quick voting. The first one,
From these three, yeah.
yes, out of the three, the first one is automation co-pilot for your employees. That is, it can be embedded, all the intelligent automation can be embedded into any application for miscellaneous administrative work. That is use case number one. Use case number two is very packaged solutions for customer service. The third is processing very complex unstructured documents. All right, let's do a voting.
one.
Number one. Raise your hand if you think number one. All right, about 1/3. Number two, customer service. Ooh,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
surprised that's no more than the number one, almost, but a little bit more. I think close to half. And number three, processing complex documentations. Wow.
Oh, wow.
So let's do another survey, dig a little bit deeper. Because I mean, the reason we're asking this is because this awesome solution engineering team here, and the product marketing and solution marketing will be working very close together to package more of those solutions by each category in the coming month. So your feedback will definitely help us channel our resources better. So on the third, processing documents, automation. What kind of documents are we talking? Let's do a voting on by line of businesses. First, finance and accounting. Invoices? Oh. POs.
POs, okay.
Oh, interesting, very interesting. HR? Sorry?
Sales,
Oh, sales
Sales
orders,
orders.
of course. How many of you would agree to sales orders? Okay. How about HR documentations? Ooh. Well, I'm not surprised. That's sort of aligned with our research. What about logistics documentations? Transportation.
bill of ladings, waybills.
Waybills. Oh, interesting. All right. And how about the other? Just shout it out. What other documents you're struggling with?
How about claims, insurance?
Yes? Yeah, insurance. Nodding. Okay, great. Awesome. Well, for customer service, think of, is it call center or it's a customer service in general for you guys? Call center. Is that true? One hand. Yes? One nod. Or customer service. We're talking about the combination of all the chatbots with your backend workflow. Is that of an interest? Or you're separating the two at the moment?
Well, basically it's the omni-channel sales. So the co-pilot work on the omni-channel.
I see.
All the stuff like chatbot, email.
Omnichannel.
Omnichannel, okay.
How many of you are looking at omnichannel engagement as a priority for customer service? We're getting there. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for the feedback. But coming back to employee, how important is employee productivity is for your automation project in the coming year? No? Or everything is employee productivity? No, I'm talking about your business users'
Business
productivity. Let's separate the two, because we have two co-pilots, right? One is for the business users, one is for the developers. So let's do a quick voting. For your business users, what is the priority when it comes to their productivity? That's going to impact how you are going to develop, how soon you're going to develop your automations. Raise your hand if this is the priority. 1, 2. Oh, man. How about your developers?
Efficiency for the
Leveraging
developers?
natural language or just, churning through your pipeline of 200 automations. Yes? Okay, all right. So that's great. Well, thank you very much for the feedback.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Thank you.